The African savanna is home to some of the world's most magnificent creatures, including rhinos, giraffes, and other iconic species of hoofed animals. But these majestic animals are under threat, facing challenges that could lead to their extinction. In this documentary, we will explore the challenges, efforts, and opportunities involved in protecting these animals and their habitats. Rhinos are like the gardeners of the savanna. They play a crucial role in maintaining the balance of the ecosystem by grazing on tough plants and shrubs, creating space for more tender plants to grow. They also help to disperse seeds and create pathways for other animals. But despite their importance, rhinos are one of the most endangered species on Earth. The demand for rhino horn, which is used in traditional medicines and as a status symbol, has driven a poaching crisis that has decimated rhino populations. Rhinos are being killed at an alarming rate. In some areas, entire populations have been wiped out. The poaching gangs are well organized and well funded, using sophisticated techniques and equipment to track and kill the rhinos. But we're fighting back. We're using a combination of high-tech surveillance, on-the-ground patrols, and community outreach to protect these animals. It's a constant battle. We have to be vigilant and stay one step ahead of the poachers. We work closely with the local communities to educate them about the importance of conservation and the risks of poaching. We also work with law enforcement agencies to track down and prosecute the poachers and the criminal networks behind them. Despite these efforts, the future of rhinos remains uncertain. Habitat loss, human-wildlife conflict, and climate change are also significant threats to their survival. But the conservationists and park rangers remain determined to protect these magnificent animals for future generations.
Giraffes are an iconic species, but they are facing significant threats. Habitat loss due to human encroachment is a major problem, as is hunting for meat and trophy hunting. One of the main threats facing giraffes is poaching. Despite being protected by law in many African countries, giraffes are still targeted by poachers for their meat, skin, and bones. The bones are used in traditional medicine, and the skin is often used for clothing and other items. Their population has declined by more than 30% in the past few decades, with less than 100,000 individuals remaining in the wild. One of the main threats facing giraffes is poaching. Despite being protected by law in many African countries, giraffes are still targeted by poachers for their meat, skin, and bones. The bones are used in traditional medicine, and the skin is often used for clothing and other items. But one of the biggest challenges is the lack of protection afforded to them under some wildlife laws due to the fact giraffes are difficult to protect because they have such a large range. They can travel long distances in search of food and water, making them vulnerable to poachers who can track them for miles. Habitat loss and fragmentation also pose a threat to giraffes, as their natural habitats are converted for agriculture and other land uses. In some areas, it's legal to hunt giraffes without a permit or to export their body parts. Despite being the tallest mammals on Earth, giraffes are often overlooked in conservation efforts, which has led to a decline in their numbers. We hear from a local community member who describes the importance of giraffes to their culture and livelihoods. Community-led conservation efforts are key to protecting giraffes and their habitats. By involving local people in conservation initiatives, we can create sustainable solutions that benefit both people and wildlife. Giraffes are not just iconic animals, they also play an important role in the savanna ecosystem. Giraffes are not just iconic animals, they also play an important role in the savanna ecosystem. They help to disperse seeds, create pathways for other animals, and control the growth of certain plant species. Without giraffes, the ecosystem would be significantly impacted. Despite the challenges, there is hope for giraffes. By working together, we can protect these magnificent animals and ensure their survival for future generations. Antelopes, zebras, and other hoofstock species are critical to the savanna ecosystem. They play a vital role in controlling the growth of vegetation, which in turn creates habitats for other animals. But like rhinos and giraffes, these animals face significant threats from poaching. Habitat loss and climate change. Poaching is not just a threat to rhinos and giraffes, but also to other hoofstock species. In some cases, entire populations have been wiped out by poaching. We hear from a park ranger about the challenges of protecting these animals. Antelopes and other hoofstock species are difficult to protect because they move around so much. Poachers can track them for miles, and they can be killed quickly and easily. But we're working to disrupt the poaching networks and educate local communities about the importance of conservation. Community-led conservation efforts are key to protecting other hoofstock species. By involving local people in conservation initiatives, we can create sustainable solutions that benefit both people and wildlife. Antelopes, zebras, and other hoofstock species are crucial to the savanna ecosystem. They help to maintain the balance between predators and prey, and they create important habitats for other animals. Without these animals, the savanna would be significantly impacted. By working together, we can protect these magnificent animals and ensure their survival for future generations. It will take a concerted effort from governments, conservation organizations, local communities, to protect them all.
These animals are not just symbols of Africa, they are an important part of our natural world. We have a responsibility to protect them. It won't be easy, but we can't give up. We owe it to future generations to ensure that these animals continue to thrive in the wild. Together we can protect the amazing animals of Africa. Join us in the fight to save rhinos, giraffes, and other hoofstock species.